Hi, I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel where it's Vlogmas, day 10, and it is cold enough to warrant wearing a Christmas pudding hat indoors, flattering as it is. So, day 10, got to look at our day 10 of our calendar, the Advent of Change calendar. Let's see what's happening today. So, so today the calendar is supporting surfers against sewage. So I think that's fairly self-evident what they're about. Today you've helped a child join ocean school to learn all about protecting the ocean for generations to come. They're quite a good group, aren't they? They do a lot of beach cleanups and things like that as well, don't they? Anyway, today, just in case you haven't bought your Christmas presents yet, I thought I would have a little talk about Christmas presents that might potentially save the recipient money. They only save the recipient money if they use them, of course, so you have to really think carefully as to what's going to suit the recipient of each of your gifts. And these are some that I personally own a lot of these, and I think that they do save me money, but I've also bought some of them for other people as well. So I'm going to go through my list. I've got 10 things on my list, 10 ideas. So my first one, and this has been used for many, many years, is a slow cooker. So slow cookers, when you work full-time in particular, but whether you work or not, they are brilliant. They're so fantastic. I used to put the ingredients together in the morning, throw them in the slow cooker. I didn't used to make fancy recipes, and I'd come home to a delicious smelling house with a casserole just ready to go. I was a fan of chuck everything in the pot, potatoes and everything, so that it was just done when we got in. And it's just brilliant. I loved it. It saved me. But it saved me in terms of time, But it also saves you energy, and the cost of running a slow cooker, I think it's something like the cost of a light bulb. It's not very expensive to run. So it saves money. It's much cheaper than running the oven. And it also, if you've kind of got prepared in advance, and come in, you're hungry, you're tired, and you don't have to do anything, you're much less likely to be tempted by Deliveroo or Just Eat, or one of those apps where you can quickly order something because you're just too tired to make anything. So they save you money in that respect as well. My mistake was with the first slow cooker I ever bought was buying one that was too small really for the family. Then I got a bigger one, and that's really great. I still use it now, even if it's just me and Justin here. And if there's any leftovers, we either have them the next day or we freeze them. So that's number one on my list, a slow cooker. And they're not horrifically expensive to buy new. You can often find them on FreeCycle as well. The next one is a group really of things, and it's reusable items. So things like makeup remover pads, you can buy the bamboo ones. I bought my daughters one year and a young friend, a teenager, some period pants. Obviously, not everybody is going to want a pair of period pants from you for Christmas. That would need to be somebody you knew well. It's just one of their stocking fillers. So, reusable period pants, or, a menstrual cup or something like that. If you know someone well enough, why not? These are all things that are sustainable as well as likely to save you money over time. Obviously, a water bottle to carry out with you. Most people probably have a water bottle by now, but that's something that you might consider buying for somebody if they don't carry one. I have a reusable bamboo razor, which I have used for years. It's lasted me for years. One of the girls bought it for me for Christmas, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And I've bought maybe 2 or 3 lots of blades in that time. And then when they're finished, I can put them in a tin can. I put them in the recycling. So they're very, very sustainable as well. So that's a lot less expense than buying a lot of plastic razors and then disposing of them after a few shaves. So I'd say that that's a good group of potential things for the eco warrior who wants to save money. And then another thing that I have received and really appreciate and that saved money over the course of the year are the kind of subscriptions to things that give you days out. So they support charities as well a lot of the time. So we've had National Trust membership, and I had loads of great days out visiting National Trust properties and gardens and things. The RHS, which is the Royal Horticultural Society, they have some beautiful gardens, and there's a big one in Essex, so that was quite nice to have as well. English Heritage, another good organisation. Or even just if you've got a local zoo or a leisure park, you could buy a pass for somebody, or a cinema pass, or cinema tickets or vouchers, those kind of things. They save money for the recipient and are just a nice thing to have, aren't they? A nice thing to give. Number 4, this is something I had one of these years ago, then it died and I didn't have one for a while, and recently I've actually got 2 now. A battery charger. Battery chargers, particularly this time of year, are brilliant because you have to buy batteries for so many things at Christmas, particularly if you have children. They're not very eco-friendly to dispose of, and they're quite expensive to buy. So if you invest in a battery charger, and one that takes AAA and AA's is best, but you might want some of the bigger ones as well. The one, I've got 2 actually, as I say, but they only take the smaller batteries, but they're the only batteries that we really use. So if you have items with bigger batteries, then obviously you might want to consider one that takes a range of batteries. So they're a good investment. They're not that expensive and they last a long time. So they'll save the recipient a lot of money over time. Number 5. Now, I didn't know these existed, but my friend Wendy has one and they're brilliant. A wine saver. So not just the things that you pop into the top of a bottle, but you can get one that's got a kind of vacuum on it and it goes down. So you can have it completely reseals something like champagne or Prosecco, something fizzy that you really wouldn't normally be able to save. You either have to open it and drink it, or that's it, it'll end up getting thrown away. And we don't always drink a whole bottle. I know you look at me and think I'm a champagne girl and you can't believe that, but if I would never normally open a bottle of Prosecco when it's just me and Justin, because we wouldn't get through a whole bottle. So it's good for party season. If you think there might be some leftover fizz and you want to save it for another day, then having a wine saver, again, something you buy maybe once in your life. You're never going to buy one again. It will last you forever. And get one of the ones that kind of vacuums down. Number 6 on my list is a wind-up torch. So I'd say it's always good to have some torches about anyway, because, you never know if we're going to get power cuts. But it's good to have one in your car as well, actually. But a wind-up one means you don't have to worry about replacing batteries and batteries leaking into your torch over time if you haven't used it. A wind-up torch requires a little bit of effort, but, it's there. You never have to buy batteries, so you don't have the cost of batteries. So that can be quite a good gift for someone. Good gift for a dog walker, I think. I like to have a torch when we go down dark lanes and things. Number 7, money-saving books. Sometimes you just need a bit of inspiration. I like Dave Ramsey books. I think they're really good. I love the Tightwad Gazette series. And cheeky little plug for myself. How about mine? Extreme Frugality, Save Money Like Your Grandma. Link is in the description box. If you know somebody who needs a bit of inspiration for money saving, that could be a good Christmas present. Number 8 we're on now. I got to mention this, haven't I? Because they became really big in the last few years. I had one already. I was ahead of the crowd. An air fryer. Air fryers really do cook things quickly, so they save you a lot of time and they save you loads of money on energy. They cook things in half the time, so they're great. I did have a small one to start with. It lasted quite a number of years. When it started going a little bit rusty, I invested in a Ninja. It's got 2 drawers on it, so we can do a lot more with it. If you've got a family, I would suggest maybe a Ninja with 1 big drawer, or one of those other models. You've got 1 big drawer. I do like the Ninjas, but other models are available, I'm sure. An air fryer really will save money on energy. I hardly use the oven at all between the slow cooker and the air fryer. Very occasionally I use the oven, but not very often at all. Number 9 would be seeds and garden equipment. So if you've got somebody who enjoys gardening, maybe they want to grow a few of their own fruits and vegetables, and that can be a money saver. It can save you money on the gym as well, because it's really good exercise, getting out, digging your veggie patch and keeping it all maintained as well. So seeds and garden equipment, maybe you get a little book to go with that as well, but only if you think somebody will really appreciate it, otherwise it's a waste. And number 10, for those people who want to get better control of their money next year, I would say a budgeting book. So some people might like a spreadsheet, but it doesn't really make a good gift. So if you know somebody who likes things written down, then you could get them something like this, which is a budgeting book. And there are lots of different ones. I mean, this one just came from Amazon and it's got, let's try and find a bit that's a bit empty. So it's got different, this one actually you can keep your receipts in it as well. It's got different kind of bits that you can look at. And you can write down all your expenses, you can write out your goals for the year, for the month rather. You could put savings goals and no spend days and that kind of thing they have. Or you can just write a list of your outgoings and your income and see what you've got left over, and automate your savings. You can keep track of your spending with them. So if you want to get ahead and get more in control of your finances, or you're buying this for somebody else who you think might need to get control of their finances, then how about a budgeting book? There are lots of different ones available, but I would have a look at the reviews because some are better than others. So that's just 10 ideas for money saving gifts. Please add yours in the comments below. I'd really, really like to hear what your ideas are. Off the top of my head, I think even things like, with the energy crisis, anything warm clothing, layers, thermals, socks, slippers, those are all kind of money saving as well, and they're more traditional. You could get them a really fetching hat like this one. This is actually Justin's hat. I think he's got a smaller head than me because it's quite tight. But anyway, short one today, got loads of stuff to do. Enjoy your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and then you will see next time I publish a video, and I'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 11. Bye then.